Hi everyone, my name is Ana Karina Casas, and I will be saying a monologue. I wrote this monologue because of all the injustices of the justice system and all the deportations that were happening at the time I wrote it and are still happening. It is so hard to express how I feel. I forgot how to do it. How to express the anger, the frustration, the helplessness, the feeling that they have torn a part of your heart out. No, I don't want to tell this story because those feelings never go away. You have to learn to live with them. And when I tell this story, those feelings get intensified. It's like waking up a monster that wants to go hurt those who have hurt us. But I want to tell this story. I just don't know how to begin. I lived through my parents' painful separation. I was betrayed by my partner who I had given my heart, my body, my soul, my everything. I faced the despair of being an undocumented high school student with a lot of dreams and little chance of going to college. And as a child, I was sexually abused. But for me, nothing has caused as much pain and desperation as the deportation of my brother. Nothing. I want to tell you about him, but I don't know how to begin. I wish I could show you my memories so you could get to know the sweet little boy that I know and love. Then maybe you would understand. Like how when he was in elementary school, he would save his allowance to buy my mom flowers. And when she used to work nights, he would wake her up in the afternoon with a sandwich he had made himself. There are so many stories like this that make Luis the sweetest little boy I've ever known. I want to tell you his story. A story not many people have heard, of the undocumented students who give up, who lose their life. My brother, Luis Alberto Casas Ibarra, was brought to the United States when he was 6. He grew up in Boulder. Boulder was his home, the only home he knew. Told from the beginning he could do anything if he worked hard. He was an excellent elementary school boy, an honor roll middle school student. And in high school, he started out good, but suddenly he changed. He didn't want to go to school. He would lock himself up in his room, not wanting to eat, not wanting to come out. I was so afraid he would hurt himself. He started smoking weed and drinking. And he got caught. And what a perfect example of a double standard. A Mexican teenager smoking weed is a criminal. A white teenager, or even an adult smoking weed, they're only passing the time. 1 week after turning 18, my brother called me scared and crying. The police had arrested him, and he had many charges and an immigration hold. The only thing that I could say to him was, Luis, sé fuerte, Aguántate y no llores. What happened to my brother? Well, besides the normal teenage craziness, he realized what it meant to be undocumented. Because he knew, we always knew. We just didn't know the implications that come with it. For us, it meant that no matter how hard you work in high school to get good grades and graduate, it is almost impossible to go to college. We knew because it happened to me. It meant getting treated unjustly by the justice system. We knew because he saw how his white citizen friends were getting pulled over for DUIs and getting off with nothing but probation, while he was getting pulled over, giving jail time, hundreds of community service hours, and huge fines, and not for drinking and driving, but only for driving without a driver's license, something we couldn't even get, because we saw our mother work so hard, endless hours, sometimes up to 3 jobs, to give us a better life. And still, we got called illegal aliens, criminals, parasites. So yes, my brother made mistakes. He got involved with people who were stealing from houses. But he didn't go into any house. He didn't steal anything. But still, he got charged for it. And he was forced to plead guilty because the lawyer who was supposed to defend him didn't even bother. How stupid we were to believe that lawyer was going to help him. How stupid we were to believe the system was just. And the worst part of it all is that the main reason he got deported was because he pleaded guilty to a marijuana possession charge in Boulder. It is so hard to talk to you about Luis because I'm scared that most of you are thinking, hey, he committed a crime, tough luck. He deserves to be deported. We don't want more criminals in this country. But how many of you at 18 made mistakes? Think about it. How many of your sons, daughters, cousins, nephews, brothers, sisters did something stupid as teenagers and got in trouble with the law? How would you feel if for that crime they were sent away forever to a dangerous city, to a country they didn't even know, to lose everything and everyone they love? Does that crime equal a punishment? Tell me, is that justice? Is that justice?
No.
Why are we criminals for fighting for a better future for our children? They would say that the crime is how we do it. Why don't they come here with permission? Well, the answer is simple. There's no way for poor people like us to come into this country with permission. If there were, thousands of people wouldn't have died trying to achieve a dream, trying to improve the lives of themselves and their families. The majority of people who cross the border of Mexico and the United States are hardworking people, people who do not give up, people who cross borders and countries for a chance of a better life. Do you believe in destiny? Do you believe in fate? Our destiny was to be born fighters. Our fate was to be born poor in a country where people have to suffer hunger. And no matter how hard we work, we stay hungry. Your fate was to be born in the United States. And maybe, to your advantage, your fate was to be born white. After spending 6 months locked in a cell, my brother was kicked out of this country, thrown into the streets of the city that was considered the most dangerous city in the world at that time. Those were days of madness and frustration, days of feeling unable to breathe. Then I heard his voice on the phone saying he was okay. He was far away, but he was alive. He was lost, desperate, and sad. But he had not been kidnapped, raped, killed. He was alive. Luis, I am sorry. I am sorry I couldn't do anything to help you. I am sorry you had to go through all that when you had just turned 18. And I am sorry you have been through so much in your life. Thank you.